Good evening. Welcome to Investigator News, and this is the Weather and Lifestyle News Show. And Karen, oh boy, I got your message. You got your iPad. Oh boy, you're gonna have to have internet. We're gonna have to figure this one out. All right, but Karen did get her stuff in the mail today, so we'll work with Karen. And boy, Karen, I'm busy this evening and tomorrow. Uh, I'm trying to get a harness for the dog, and I think we found one that works, but she don't like it. We like it, she don't. She's trying to chew it off. So we had the kids take her for a walk, and maybe this will work. So all right, and boy, we got a hurricane, and they say it's late. No, what happened to hurricane season? Usually it starts. We start May, well, about April for the tornado season. May, we start moving into tornado and hurricane season. So if this is the first one, I think we're doing pretty good. Um, and earthquakes aren't that bad. We've had a few fives. Ari, oh boy, Ari, at least he don't have a scary face um, at the beginning. He's kind of happy there. Uh, what happened to Miss Davis? Did she do so good they let her go or what? I can't even, there's not even a email for her because I was going to email and tell her we loved her. She was great for our show. Now we got Ari. Um, I think, is he trying to grow a mustache? I mean, in my picture, it's a little closer. I think he's trying to grow a mustache. Let's see if I can. Um, no, no, it just put me. I can't make him any bigger. Uh, nope, you can't. He's got a little shadow there, like he forgot to shave. I'm gonna pick on him. I like picking on Ari. I don't know if he knows I'm picking on him, but I'm picking on him. All right. So here we go with the weather. Hurricanes.
All right, let's get to the latest on Tropical Storm Brett. It's a storm that has kind of lost a little bit of its form. It's really not looking all that healthy right now, but it is still going to strengthen. It's over some pretty warm water. Max sustained wind at about 40 miles an hour. It's moving west pretty fast at over 20 miles an hour. And of course, the Lesser Antilles, these are the spots where you need to be watching this really closely over the next few days. There is one kind of noticeable change with this forecast update, and that's the fact that it's only forecast to make it to strong tropical storm strength rather than low grade hurricane. Okay, you can see it kind of maxing out around 65-mile-an-hour storm around the time that it moves through some of those islands. And it's too early to know exactly where the center is going to go. But there'll be a pretty decent amount of rain in some of these spots or areas that can flood pretty easily, along with some pretty strong wind, even if it's just a strong tropical storm. That'll definitely have some impacts. And then after that, it's going to start to encounter a lot of wind shear. Wind shear breaks apart storms. There's a lot of that in the Caribbean right now. So I think the chance that this ends up affecting mainland U.S. is extremely low at this point. All right, just in case you were wondering. Again, here's your rain forecast over the next 7 days. Most of this is going to be late Thursday through early Friday. That's when the worst of the storm is going to move through the Lesser Antilles.
No hurricane. It's a bust. Hurricane bust. Yep, Brett. No. Let's go on to the next one. Who is C? C. I can't remember the lineup, but they definitely don't have Ellie as E. No. They probably chose Elliot or something more popular. One of these days, they will name a hurricane after me, Karen. So, Karen, what do you think of that iPad? It's pretty good size. It's been sitting in with the kids for years. We pulled it out. We loaded some stuff on it. We charged it. I think we charged it maybe 3 times. And the kids said, no, we want a laptop. Yeah. All right. All right. So let's get rid of Ari and go to some of these earthquakes because, they are having them around Tonga, Fiji, the recent one in Fiji, in fact. Here we go. This is the latest one. You'll see it come up in red. And right next to it, we had a 5.0 and a 5.2 in Tonga. So Tonga, Fiji, and that volcano there that's never quit is all very, very active. Um, I'm going to go to Hawaii really quick. It's at 2.5. It settled down again, but they said Kilauea is still spewing lava. Uh, of the Japan. Now I didn't see nothing for the Philippines, and it's like, the volcano is still rumbling there. So we should have gotten some type of reading from the Philippines, but we didn't. What we got was a Indonesia 5.5. They had a 5.2 in Halmahera. And then, it went to Alaska, which got very quiet. Um, the Aleutian Islands, the Rat Islands, 3.8. And then up around where the volcanoes are, 3.0. So the lava's flowing. And now, if you didn't know, there's three of them up there. And they call them the sisters. And each one of them, either steam or ash. No eruption. And remember, we had one way up high in Alaska the last time I did the show. Now, another recent one is down in Guanica, Puerto Rico. That was only a 2.9, though. They had bigger ones. So I'm taking this as a aftershock. So 3.4 in Dominican Republic. And then we had a lone one way out in the Atlantic Ridge of 4.8. And then we had a lone one in Bolivia, of all places. Wait a minute now. All right, I was going to say, I thought there was one over in Romania. Romania, of all places, 4.1. They're the ones that have kicked out all the politics, except for what they want to do for their own country. I salute them for that. That they're their own, and they don't want outside influences, and they like the way things are. Romania, Bulgaria, and I think there's a few. I think Romania, maybe if William jumps in, he could tell me. I think that's where, I can't say his name, because every time I say his name, they get me. You know that man. It's that man again. Karen, I got to call. What else do I call him? Because if I call him Papa or Daddy, or they got me on that too. I can't spell it. I can't say it. I can't. I don't even know if I'm allowed to think about him. I think they're going to start scanning my dreams to see if I'm thinking about him or dreaming about him. Weird. AI. Is that what AI is all about? All right, so let's get to the states. Stanley, Idaho, 2.8. And we've been, we were getting them there for a long time. Now all of a sudden everything calms down and boom, here comes Stanley, Idaho. Not only that, but White City, New Mexico's back. And then when we look at Walker, California. So from Alaska, I'm going to say from Japan to South America is quiet, very quiet. I mean, they don't even have in-betweens that they could do because it's so far and so stretched out that it looks like a cluster of earthquakes will hit. So we'll wait and see what this week has. I'm excited about this. All right, so the West Nile virus season. What? Oh boy. So we got the West Nile virus here now. Why? Now, who did that? This has been since 1999. It's becoming the leading cause of mosquito-borne diseases. So blame the mosquito. Yeah, this little fella right here. Yep, that's it. Boy, I had him the other night, and I was like, you look at him and you go, are you the West Nile virus, or are you just a plain mosquito? I need to find some plants that kill them, or a bug zapper or something, because we got them fierce down the south. And I don't know about you guys, but now they're starting to say that this little um, it's basically it's causing the spread of coughing and sneezing. Karen's like, "Oh, Ellie, you got it. You got it. Yep, you're coughing, sneezing, uh, sore throat, ears, everything. Yeah." Uh, no, I don't think it's West Nile. Um, they say that uh, basically there's rare cases of this. Okay, so about one in every 150 infected people. So out of 150, there's mosquitoes out there. One is going to bite you and make you sick. So just keep an eye on it. I mean, think about it. After when you're counting them after 149, you have to kill the next one and hope that there wasn't one beforehand. What are the initials? Initials for um I don't know if I can even put that up there. YouTube is real strict on him. You can't even say his first name. You can't say his last name. You can't say Papa or Daddy or the new ones that they came out with. It's almost like the C thing, the pandemic, the C name. You can't say that. You can't say the V thing. You can't say, boy, YouTube needs to lighten up. And because Facebook, get this, Google sent me a thing for Facebook saying they might get rid of me on Facebook for a month. Was like, what? No, 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 no. Don't be copying YouTube. But I'm fighting with that one. All right, so I do want to get on this next one because Netflix docu series crew became shark bait. They were getting in the water, they were filming, and they said they had a horrific encounter with 15-foot or larger tiger sharks while filming in Hawaii. While they were shooting the four-part climate documentary, Our Planet 2, the team was attacked by sharks who uh, they leapt at the boat, they bit huge holes at the boat, they were attacking the swimmers. Um, and the show's director, Nolan, told the media basically that the original idea was to do an underwater shoot with tiger sharks waiting in the shadows. But when they were in the shadows, they decided to attack everything that moved. They panicked, the team panicked, and they were about 100 meters from land and were forced to swiftly make their way to the beach for an emergency landing after the attack. So I'm wondering, and it doesn't say anything about them showing this, but I think Netflix needs to. And anywhere else that, anybody that can probably grab it and show it on other platforms, I think they need to show this. Because these tiger sharks, it doesn't matter. It's anything that moves. They were lunch and dinner and probably a late night snack to these sharks. They should have checked them out before they decided to jump in the water with the sharks. They are very aggressive. You know what? I would have said go up towards Eureka because they've got one of the biggest colleges up there that study sharks. And the sharks are all up around there, and they take a look at them. And they've done it very safely for, oh my god, we were there in '94, I believe. So that tells you how long ago that they had this study going on these sharks. I'm sorry. So, yeah, next time, take a look at some people that can take you out with the sharks that you could feed them and they're not going to attack you. Definitely. All right, so NASA. Now, this is kind of weird. NASA has found a green light coming from Jupiter. And as we flew by, they say it's just, you guys got to take a look at this. I mean, it's there, and they don't know why. So that's a part of Jupiter, and they found a green light on it. And they're wondering what it was, and they have taken several pictures. They've left and come back and found out this green light was still there. Huh. The glow from the it's from a bolt of lightning near the planet's north pole, they say. Unlike Earth, where lightning bolts originate from water clouds and happen most frequently, they say, lightning on Jupiter occurs in the clouds containing an ammonia water solution. And that's what they think's happening. Or they said, is there something there? Because when they made another pass, they said it was possible another lightning bolt, but it could have been a stationary light. Huh. I thought that was wow. So we're already looking at Jupiter. I mean, well, we've been to Mars. We've been to not been to. We've done Mars. We've done the Moon. We've have deep studies of the Sun, now Jupiter and Saturn. Um, they're even saying that Saturn may not have its rings in the next 50 years. See, even our solar system is changing. All right, Ozempic users. Um, there's a really bad side effect. Ozempic, if you were on that, they say you might talk to your doctor. Um, it could, and not only that, but they say it's causing cancer among patients. It causes blurred vision, patriotic issues, gallstones. So, is it really worth shooting that shot? That I don't know. I can't say that word. Is it worth taking it? It has become the hottest prescription on the market at the A list and touted as a quick fix for shedding unwanted pounds. But the medication was originally designed for people with type 2 diabetes and can have serious side effects now. Um, Once it's taken, the stomach, thigh, arm, Ozempic is and sister drug Wegovy are basically help they're supposed to help the pancreas. And so this is where sugars are very high. What they're saying is now they're finding many patients are ending up in the ER over this. So if you are on this drug, please be careful. The other one is those Johnson, um, um, uh, the Johnson. Let me make sure I get this right. Johnsonville with their better cheddar smoked sausage links. They said that is, they have narrowed this down to where there is particles in these smoked sausage links. Do not eat them. I mean, this was all over. They had it on Fox today. They even had it on NBC. Huh. They're starting to warn people that don't eat these, even though we've got the holiday coming up, 4th of July. They said do not buy these. You stay away from better with cheddar smoked sausage links. Okay, so Central Park dog walkers, they're fighting. The dog walkers are and the non-dog walkers, because people aren't picking up their dog's poo, and the non-dog walkers are getting mad. Well, now it's led to fights over dog walkers and non-dog walkers. Boy, that's a mouthful. Um, so now a dog has died after being stabbed during a dispute between its owner and another dog walker. This is in Central Park. What? A woman said no known attacker stabbed her dog after verbal dispute. The dog was rushed to the animal clinic where it was euthanized because of the severe injuries. Wow. A pair was also walking their chihuahua when they encountered the attacker, who was walking three dogs without leashes. So more than likely, the ones without leashes was walking their dogs, and the ones with leashes said they should put leashes on them. I bet. It doesn't say what the dispute was over, but now they're looking at no dog walking at Central Park. They're looking into it. Um, so where are you supposed to walk your dogs? Huh? A shelf cloud. Now, this should have been pretty much with our weather report, but a shelf cloud. This is, and Ari's got this, and he's got a weird looking face. Oh, yeah, here we go. He's got a face. Maybe we'll enjoy the faces every day with Ari. Or Ari. Is it Ari or Ari? Ari sounds like a man's name to me. I know he's going to send me a message going, it's the other way around. But this is a shelf cloud, and this was in Plavina, Montana. And it might explain some of the ones that we have been having issues with when we start seeing tornadoes.
Plavna, Montana. It's in eastern Montana. Huge storm that we had on Monday. And yeah, you can see that big, spaceship looking shelf cloud, but there's something about this video that I bet you didn't notice. My meteorologist eye picked this out, okay? It's on the right side of this shot. You notice kind of this area where it looks like the precip falling is a little bit lighter in color. Well, I think that's actually some hail that you're seeing there, because you notice it darkens up a little bit closer to the ground, meaning as the hail is falling, it gets warmer and warmer and it starts to melt. Not all of it melts, some of it makes it to the ground. Either way, this was just a massive storm with a humongous amount of precipitation. Another really interesting thing that I saw here, once again on the right side of the storm, in addition to that really, really vivid lightning, is the fact that you've got a lot of rain that's falling over here, okay? But not all of it's making it to the ground. You can actually see the sunset if you look close to the ground. That is the warm, moist air that is flowing into the storm. It's just screaming down at the surface, probably pretty well over 30 miles an hour. So the rain's falling, it gets caught up in that flow at the surface, sucked into the storm. You could literally be standing under that, and in addition to the gust of wind, you wouldn't be getting rained on or anything. It was an absolutely beautiful storm with just a particularly nice shelf cloud on it. Just wanted to share some of those interesting things with you guys. All right, let's get to the latest on Tropical Storm Brett. It's a storm that has kind of...
Tropical Storm Brett that's falling apart. No, Brett. No, let's go on to the seas. Okay, now there's a fisherman. He lost 3.5 million prize when a 600-pound marlin disqualified for shark bites. I didn't know that. I watch these contests all the time. These fishing derbies. They're sponsored by the big fishing places, and I love it. I love it when they got to catch the most pounds. Well, this 600-pound marlin was disqualified for shark bites. I didn't know that if you were reeling it in and it was attacked, they wouldn't still weigh it. But this is a fisherman beware in these derbies. Be careful, because if your fish isn't all there, according to the judges, then they won't count it. Wow, can you imagine how disheartened this guy was? All right. Everybody's heard it today. There's that missing ocean submarine that's missing with four very rich elites on board. I've been scouring to see who they are, because these are some rich guys that, it up missing. It could mean some stuff with politics and so we'll have to see. I don't know if they have found them yet, but they said it could be entangled in the original Titanic, or it could have been went deeper. All right, so surfs up. Yeah, baby seals on the guess what? Baby seals want to be on surfboards. This is out in California with the surfers, and they're finding more and more when they start riding the baby seals, only the baby seals, will jump up on their board and just rest and watch. Um, I do have a picture, and it's the cutest thing. Um, they just, I don't know if they just want company or if they just want to ride on the surfboards with people that are surfing. They said some of them don't even have to be standing up. Some of them are just paddling in. Some are actually riding a wave, and these baby seals will jump on the end of their boards and ride it out with them. Uh, so cute. I wonder why the adults don't do it. You'd think if they did it as a baby, they would just keep doing it. I wonder if they just get too old or they can't catch the board as it goes by. I'm gonna keep an eye on that because that's pretty cute. All right. We are down to the funny post, and how hot? How hot is it? I mean, some people aren't hot, but Texas is really hot. And there's nothing like um, how hot is it jokes. So there's nothing cooler than these it's so hot spots, they say. So here we go. It's so hot the cows are producing evaporated milk. Okay, Texas, listen up. And even over there in Iraq, and we have quite a few over the Middle East that watch the show. So if you're over there, I know it's so hot. Even the camels aren't even producing milk. It's so hot, I've taken to have the toilet seat up just to get those chilling, icy stares from my wife. It's so hot, chickens are laying hard boiled eggs. It's so hot, I started putting ice cubes in my water bed. Well, I didn't think about that. Karen, what do you think? We put ice cubes in the water bed. That'll cool it off. Yeah. Well, I didn't think, everybody, do you sleep with the 1 foot out to get the cool? That 1 foot, you know. I'd put my foot up, but I'm not that limber anymore. I used to be. I got old. So I'm not that limber. I'd show you my foot. But that 1 foot out thing for coolness. It's so hot you can wash and dry your clothes at the same time. But here in the South, it gets humid. So you put your clothes out. And if you don't get them down by 5 o'clock, they're wet because the humidity moves back in and they become damp. So you got wet clothes again. So you get them up on the line, boy. You got to get them down before that humidity kicks in. It's so hot, I almost called my ex so I could be around something shady. It's so hot, everyone's wearing sweatpants. Well, I know I do sometimes in the summer, but not outside. It's so hot, the birds are using oven mitts to pull worms out of the ground. Well, I know I had one this last funny post about blowing on the worms because they were too hot. It's so hot, global warming has been replaced with global melting. It's so hot, Adam and Eve traded their fig trees for ice cubes. It's so hot, firecrackers light themselves for the 4th of July. It's so hot, I saw 2 hydrants fight over a dog. It's so hot, Pop-Tarts have popped. It's so hot, even white-collar workers are rednecks. It's so hot that hot water now comes out of both taps. Oh, I know that one. And then, the coffee pot rejects it. It says it's too hot. It doesn't make, and it'll break your coffee pot. So what do? I guess you put ice cubes and fill it up and then hope the coffee pot maker will take it and not break on you and give you the middle finger and tell you, you just put hot water in me. Even though it's cold, it's cold. Yep. That's a water pipe's too close to the ground or the surface of the ground. That's what we were told. It's so hot, your clothes iron themselves. It's so hot, the Statue of Liberty was asked to lower her arms. It was so hot, the frozen pizza I bought at the grocery store was ready to eat by the time I got home. Oh, yeah. It's so hot, I saw a chicken poop scrambled eggs. That's really bad. That's really bad when the chicken gets in the house and already got scrambled eggs for you. It's so hot, Granny farted just to get a little breeze. It sounds like that sounds like a southern thing. It's so hot, my dream house is now an igloo. It's so hot, I'm sweating like a politician on election day. It's so hot, they installed a fan in depth ceiling. Yeah, they would have to. All right, a few more. Well, no, that was it. That was it. So that is it for today. And we will be on Investigator News. You're seeing it at the bottom of the screen. We will be at Investigator News Network for our news. We won't be here. So please subscribe over there to get the news. I'm trying to get everybody jumping over there. So get over there and watch the news. And if you would rather, we do have it on Facebook. I don't know. Karen, I don't think they put it on there yesterday. I'm wondering what happened. I'm gonna have to look again, but it's on for today. It says and Investigator News too. So when I come back in 30 minutes, we will be on Investigator News Network, and the reason I'm doing this is so we can save this channel. We still got about a month and a half before our strikes come down. One more strike, and they're just going to take it. And they're looking for me to say something wrong. All right, folks. So we will see you in about 30 minutes on Investigator News Network for some really good news. Putin's come out with some documents. China, oh boy, yeah, they just at us, and Iran and Israel. So I've got some really good, strong war news coming up in 30 minutes. You guys have a great Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Get out there and water your flowers and enjoy them. Enjoy your yards as they're blooming. And we will see you tomorrow, the same time. And we will have the weather and lifestyle news. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, hit that like and share and follow us.